Howdy, everybody, all you Americans out there. It is becoming a very windy day today, so I know this microphone is. Let me show it to you real quick. I won that from JJ Drones in a contest about less than a year ago, but it's a really good microphone. It's a Blue Yeti, and it does pick up everything. It's comical because when I'm on videos, I always hear people talking about the crickets in the background, and right now there's birds chirping and stuff. So I'm sure you all are going to hear that. You're probably going to hear my mom's phone ring a few times. I can't control that, so I apologize. Hello, Melinda. Love seeing you when you appear. You're definitely a great YouTube supporter for many channels. It's always nice to see you. Uh, so I'm going to wait a little bit, see if some other people pop in. I know some loyal folks that are pretty consistent will pop in, like Rita's Roost and stuff like that. I've got a little bit of a cheat sheet. Normally, I just kind of wing it. I did kind of do a little bit of a cheat sheet today. Um, Currently, I have a about a 4 pound Boston butt pork roast in the oven, and it was due to come out around 1:30ish, 1:25, 1:30ish, whatever. So I had to shut the oven off because I realized it could conflict with me, yakking so long. So I did shut it off, but it's looking pretty good. What I did with that Boston butt was I love it was cheap too. It was like less than $8, like 3.9 pounds, whatever. And so my mom, I had previously bought my mom some frozen broccoli and carrots. I put that in the bottom of the pan around the Boston butt. A real nice oval, I don't know what you call it, like a Corningware type thing, something like that. And I put it around that. And then I put, I put, hello, PSV. Thanks for joining. Um, I put, I'm trying to remember. I had some frozen seasoning mix that I really like to use in recipes. It's like chopped onions, peppers, red and green peppers, whatever, and stuff like that. So that's always a real good addition. So I sprinkled that on around the sides, on a little bit on top. Then I used some. I had a packet of like a pork rub that I rubbed some of that on there, and then I used Piggy's the rub from the husband, Piggy's Piddles from Aileen, welcome to my kitchen. I used some of his rub on there, so I kind of mixed it all in. I've been watching a few videos, so then I was trying to think like I still need to kick this up a notch or two. So I I put some white cooking wine in the bottom of the pan to give it a little bit of moisture while it was cooking. And then I also had a can of cream of mushroom soup that I put little dabs of like uh, teaspoons, like all the different spots and stuff like that. So I added some thyme seasoning. So I was kind of having a ball with it, and I know that usually tastes very well. I really didn't want to go the sweet route this time. Last time, it was a little too sweet for me. So this is going to be more like a not as sweet, but anyway. So that's going to be. It's smelling really good, really good, really good. So I try and take care of my mother on weekends, and that's going to give us some. I'll be working during the week, and she'll have some leftovers, but I think it's going to be really good and very tasty. So I want to talk a little bit about some of. Let me go to my channel here, and I'm going to try and recite some of these things. Um, it's funny. I never realized I was as successful as I was on my short videos because most of them have flopped. So I want to talk to you a little bit about the short videos, and you never know what's going to stick, what's going to make an impression on the YouTube algorithm or whatever you want to call it. Um, I did one video. It was, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think it was my ninth short video that I did. Was basically all I did was sit in front of a camera and recite a poem about teach a man to fish, um, he'll eat for a day, or excuse me, teach a man to fish, he'll eat for a lifetime. Feed a man a fish, you feed him for a day, or something like that. That quote, and I didn't realize, but that's had currently is over 3,000 views. So it's kind of funny. I was real new to YouTube at that time, and I was kind of new to shorts. I was trying to feel my way around. Then I did another, like pretty much another quote. Many men go fishing. Da, da, da. That was almost just a little under 1,000 uh, views. Then I kind of hit a rut. And now this is kind of funny. Where I lived previously, there was a lot of these domestic rabbits that were released by some homeowner, and they would always come around and try and eat where I lived. So there were cute rabbits though. So one was I had one video called "Hop Along Trespassing Again," got like 913 views, no big deal. And then the next short video I did called "Return of Thumper" got 2,600 views. So I'm just laughing because these were like so spontaneous. And I guess my message here is today is some of the most spontaneous or unplanned videos can be your most successful videos. So I'm scrolling up, and then I went through a rut where I really didn't have a whole lot of popularity. And then all of a sudden it kind of like takes off here. I'm going to tell you when. Uh, at right after Hurricane Ian, I did a short video. It's called "Living in Paradise," and just shows one of these trailers that had like the directional sign on it, like a warning sign, basically from the highway department. Uh, it got over 1,000 views, 1,100 views. So I'm thinking like, oh, that's kind of Unfortunately, people like to see train wrecks, and that's what happened during a hurricane. So then I did another short video, pretty funny. Uh, when I became homeless due to the Hurricane Ian situation, and I was applying for all that first aid, Red Cross, FEMA, all that assistance and everything. And then they asked me, how do I identify? Do I identify myself as a male or a female? I thought that was pretty funny. It got 2,300 views. And then I did another video, outdoor safety tip of the day. I forget what that one was about. I think it had to might have had to do with snakes. I don't remember. Then pretty funny. Oh, so then I did when I was sleeping in my van in a grocery store parking lot for a couple months. Wasn't pleasant, and I did a video about the musical panhandling Thanksgiving Eve. That got like 1,700 views. So it was kind of like weird. Like the stuff you try and plan or choreograph doesn't seem to work, at least in my case, my scenario. And then I did a little funny skit about the Mega Millions update when it was like a $1 billion or whatever it was, and that seemed to get like a 1,000 views. So you can see it's kind of like gradually getting better. And then I did another short video. Where's G Money today? I was at Bass Pro Shops. It got 1,300 views because I was in Bass Pro Shop in their little shallow pond filming some of the fish. So it's kind of interesting. Like it's I get disappointed when I don't see certain amount of views, but then all of a sudden you see the progression of your channel. Like it kind of goes like this. It's like an EKG basically. So then a while back I did a short video on Dollar Tree pricing, retail pricing strategy, and stuff like that. And it got like 1,700 views. I thought it was going to do a little bit better than that, but it did pretty, okay. So I'm not upset. Then I kind of like, was back. Here's one that really disappointed me. I don't understand YouTube. Maybe it's the four-letter word that was used in this title, but uh, I was at Walmart and they had like a little side, they call it like a sidewinder display, like a feature display, and it's called Exploding Bunny Poop. And I did a little short, and it only got 12 views. I thought that was going to be a hit, and it was a total failure. So here's where it gets really interesting, because this is where I'm starting to get excited about YouTube and the short video. So I did a video recently, saltwater fishing tip of the day, that got 1,200 views. Then I did a boaters beware about a boat plug, the rubber boat plug that you need to have, that got 1,300 views. And then I did a literally a total comical video about how to crack an egg that I thought was intended to be a failure. It actually turned out to be a success. That got 1,400 views. And then I did another short video talking about tougher than woodpecker lips, and it's at 1099. So if anybody wants to put me over the hump to get me to 1,100, go watch the little short video called Tougher Than Woodpecker Lips. Anyway, so that's that as far as the short videos. It's starting to get windy. Stuff's starting to blow around here. So let me get back to StreamYard, see how many people are in here. If anybody's actually, I'm sorry, folks, I was away on a different screen. I appreciate everybody for being here. I'm so glad Rita's here, because this is something I've been thinking about a lot lately, and this is I want to do a gifting ceremony, and I'm glad Rita's here, because I would not do this if she was not here. I have this. It's like a little decorative milk can, Sweetgrass Fresh Milk Dairy Farm. To me, this screams Rita's Roost, and I really like it. I had it as an ornamental type thing in my kitchen. I don't know if I'm ever going to ever move back into my own place, especially with the mother situation. But so I made a decision. I'm going to gift this to Rita's Roost, because I just love her. And I think this screams her. What I had was two. When I had displayed this in my kitchen, I have got them over there. I'm not going to get up to show you, but two American flags, and it looked really nice. But I think Rita's Roost is the perfect recipient for this, because she makes me laugh. She's a beautiful lady, and I do want to do that, and that's something I'm going to do for Rita's Roost. So let me try and check some of these off as I'm going along here, and then I'll try and get back on point. So my friend Jason Johnson, JJ Drones, he just recently did a really nice giveaway. Did a lot of nice things. He's really he's very knowledgeable, very smart. Makes me look really stupid. That's the thing I don't like about being friends with him, because he makes me look really stupid. But his channel is kind of like going like this, through the roof. He does a lot of helping things. He really had a really nice giveaway. Jamie Conway, Nick Conway's wife from Multi Hunter 24/7, won the grand prize. It was like some type of outdoor smoker. Really good things going on there. And so I'm going to check that one off the list. JJ Drones, at JJ Drones. Just type it all, the first three letters, there's capital letters, and then RONES. All one thing, because there's another channel that has a space between. You want to be following the right person. So MT Homestead is really a really nice channel. I really love and admire. They're doing the Mid-America Meetup. and they're doing it. I think it's called Tenkara Lake or something like that. And I know Pure Okie, the lady JB Conway, is involved with that, hosting a lot of this big meetup. Don't quote me on this because I'm really bad with dates. I want to say the Mid America meetup is like the 19th through or some, it's like the third or fourth week of May, and they're doing that down in Oklahoma. It's going to be really special. Um, so what I've been working on, my finance. Ooh, it's getting really windy out here. They're calling for 30-mile-an-hour gusts overnight, and apparently, oh, there you go. You hear it now. I guess they're. I guess the gusts are ahead of schedule. Uh, so let me. I'm gonna put this in my lap if I can, so I can stay on point with my notes. Sorry about that. This is live TV, live YouTube. So anyway, I've got some things planned that I want to do for uh, donations, uh, for them to do. There's a lot of those channels down there that are going to be participating that I really love and follow, and I would love to be there. Unfortunately, just due to health circumstances, finances, and all that, I won't be able to be there. But what I want to do is I have some ideas in mind. I'm not going to tip my hand quite yet. That's really hard for me because I'm like a kid at Christmas. Like, it's hard for me to keep a secret sometimes. But I will tell you, I'm thinking about purchasing a roll of raffle tickets from Amazon to donate to MT Homestead for them to do some raffles for some giveaways. I don't think they really have anything planned for like raffles or donations. If anybody would like to participate with their event, it's going to be really nice. They're putting in a lot of hard work and effort. And if you've ever done any type of event like that, it'll wear you out. And I know they're doing it for a positive reason. So if anybody would love to give any donations or have any ideas, it's I have some. I will say a few things. I have 2 books, possibly 3 on the way, and I have some other items, possibly some other items I'm going to add to the mix. You can tell I'm like a kid at Christmas. I can't keep a secret. But so anyway, I'm trying to talk and read a little bit. Miss Rita, I haven't really uh, read a whole lot of the comments, but I do love seeing you when you do comment. So now I'm going to talk a little bit about gifting. It's kind of like similar to the MT Homestead type thing, but you never know what somebody is going through. If you can give somebody like just randomly, like I call it, random acts of kindness, or Jason would call it, hashtag find a way to serve, whatever. Uh, do some random gifting. It would be pretty cool. Um, I did contribute to Jason's his 1,000 subscriber giveaway. I donated a $15 e-card to Jamie Conway, or to the cause, and Jamie Conway, Nick's wife, won it. And then I also gifted a $10 Subway gift card to Brian with Cheesehead Media out there in Wisconsin. So that finally got out in the mail today. I had that purchased previously on the weekend. Our correspondence, he replied to me on Tuesday. My work schedule's been crazy. That's all been taken care of. So I feel really good about that. Now last week it was pretty funny. I posted a video talking about my new working conditions with the vehicles that I have to try and perform my duties with these vehicles that are pretty much shot, run down. I do the video on it debuts on Sunday morning, and sure as heck on Monday morning I'm at like my third stop. I'm going to my third stop, and I'm driving up the road. I'm in this piece of crap Ford van. Jason, don't say anything about the Ford van. But the windows stuck half down and all this stuff. And then, oh Lord, I look and I see the check engine oil light pop on, and then all of a sudden, like immediately, I'm smelling like antifreeze. So I'm thinking, all right, the engine just blew, or the head gasket, or something. So I was able to get off the road, pull into a 7-Eleven parking lot. The vehicle dies. I've been there like literally. That was my 11th work day, and two different vehicles have broken down on me, and that there's still a safety hazard risk with the bald tires. Um, anyway, so like then after that incident happens, the owner shows up. He's from New York City. I really don't pond or gel well with people from New York City or most of that region. I'm not saying the entire state of New York, but kind of like North Jersey. I really don't mesh too well with those people. So he shows up, and we're transferring some stuff into his BMW, a little bit of stuff here and there. And, he's one of these guys who's always talking. He'll ask you a question and keep talking. You never get a chance to answer the question. So basically, we get back to the base, the headquarters down the road a little bit. And then now he's reaming everybody I knew behind. Basically, like, everybody's going to be replaced. It's for something like so minor. It was like ridiculous. So, right then and there, I'm like about to get up and walk out and just quit. Just like he's trying to support me, but he wants me to um, back some negativity towards some other employees at the office. And now I'm not about that. So basically he's trying to get me to spill the beans or you know. So then all of a sudden he starts flipping the script, and he's like yelling at these two office ladies, and one's his niece, and she's a really nice lady. The other lady, I think it might be his love interest. I haven't confirmed that. I'm pretty sure that they're probably got something going on. And all of a sudden he starts ripping them a new button and telling them that he didn't say it like this, but sounded similar. Basically, they need to listen to me. I don't need to listen to them, or something like that. Almost like I'm the new guy, like I dropped a dime on them for their errors, which was not the case. I've been sucking it up and just dealing with the hand I've been dealt. So he's now these two ladies are kind of looking cross-eyed at me, like thinking like I made a complaint. It's looking the optics of the whole situation was not looking too well. So finally, I was able to address it the next day with the niece, and I was like, hey, just so you know, like that was not any part of me. That's her uncle, so I have to be careful what I say. He's an Italian from New York City, so I don't know if they're tied. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know what their family is, if you know what I mean. And his last name ends in a vowel, so you never know. If your last name starts and ends in a vowel, you got to be worried. But so it's just really crazy. Um, so I'm gonna, try and move on from that, but circling around about back to the vehicle safety thing, which has been my contention from the first 15 minutes that I started working there, was I come back crazy Friday afternoon doing all this stuff. Like they definitely overloaded me more than they should. I've been dealing with it. I really basically have no time for lunch. Now I'm just to Friday. I just like, no, I'm taking lunch. I don't care what they say. But um, then I had to go grocery shop for their dog, go to the vet. It's whatever. I'm getting paid for it, but it's like they're constant. Whenever the owner gets involved, the plan's always changing. That's when it gets chaotic and stressful. When he's not involved in the loop, I'm doing very well. I can go out there and perform my duties. Now, we've got pretty much a system worked out. It's all going well. So the other dog still wants to bite me every day. It's not great when you go to work every day where a dog wants to bite you. I know people are going to say, dogs are very intuitive or whatever, and I've always gotten along with dogs my entire life. I keep milk bones in my van to feed dogs. I'm very good with dogs. This was a rescue dog that apparently was abused by a male at some point in time, and I've heard some dogs do not like males with a hat on. They get flashbacks or whatever. So that's part of what's going on. So it kind of, I just can't show up at work and walk through the door because I have to fear, being bitten by some crazy little, I don't, whatever the dog mix is, something similar to like a pit bull boxer type mix. So anyway, I'm going to get on to talking a little bit about, my mother's situation here. It sucks. She's 89 and a half. She's still like doing stuff with all these appointments. I tell her not to answer the phone. I can't control what happens when I'm not here. That's been my biggest concern. But anyway, so there's a lot of craziness going on there. And you hear the phone. I knew that was going to happen. I'm surprised it took this long for the phone to ring. But so she has a lot of struggles ahead. Her condition is not going to get better. It's really going to affect her and I the most. The other person's not going to affect the most because he's got the keys to the kingdom. I will say now I'm going to move on to another topic about some mail outs I did recently. I was real proud. It's not any specific order. Um, Real nice lady, just doing our best. She sent me her channel decal out a while back. I don't think I sent her anything back just to cover my butt. I did uh, mail her something. Possibly she could have gotten it today, or it could be Monday. But I did send her a little card and a decal. I definitely owe her an apology because I was a little delinquent on that. And then Ken from Lone Cowboy Adventures, I've talked about him recently. He took a spill on his motorcycle. He's kind of messed up with his broken arms. And I did, he knew I did a video informing him what I was sending to him that was mailed according to the postal tracking number. He did get that to his P.O. box yesterday. And then Multi-Hunter 24/7 Nick Conway down there in Hawley, Texas, should be getting his package today. Another little, because I kind of promised him something a while back, and he was like, "Don't worry about it," but I do worry about it. So I finally did get it out to him. So I'm real excited about that. I try to be a man of my word. Usually I'm on time or early, especially for work or any type of situation like that. Some of the mail outs, when it involves finances, I can get a little bit behind, but I usually try and keep my word. So let's talk about Tish Ross. No judgment here with Tish Ross. She does like almost a weekly podcast on Monday nights. It would be 8 p.m. Eastern time. I think it's 7 their time, where she interviews a lot of different people. I've been on that show, and usually it's a lot of interviews or discussion about people having trauma or turmoil in their life, so to speak, how they handled it, how they reacted. And last week's episode was really good. And when I say really good, it was a negative story shared, but the way it was handled and the way it was presented was outstanding. Like uh, a lot of times, Tish will ask questions, and during this I don't know what you want to call it, confession or story sharing time that Simply Jan Homestead shared. Uh, I was really impressed because Tish just listened, just let her take the platform and share her story. So I thought that was really cool. Um, so I'm getting ready to wrap this up. Um, if you like a YouTube channel or you're a new subscriber to a YouTube channel, it's really instrumental to their growth for you to at least watch probably like a minute's worth of their content. Obviously subscribe, make a comment. That's the way it's going to be solidifying. So if you just subscribe to a channel, you may see their content in the future, but it's not going to help their growth. So that's kind of like my little bit of a message for you guys today. Is if I know you all appreciate it. Not everybody has like the understanding how YouTube works, the algorithms. I'm still kind of new. Uh, my 1 year anniversary is coming up. Matter of fact, something special is in the works for that. I think my anniversary date is May 4th. I've reached out to somebody to help me produce something epic. It may not be released on. It may be like a week after that 1 year anniversary date, but we're working on something epic to thank and appreciate everybody, and kind of show off, like some of my poor skills, my improvement, and hopefully my improvement, going forward. You know, but anyway, folks, I appreciate y'all, and Rita, I love watching your channel. So I don't know when I can get to the post office to get this boxed up, mailed out to you, but I think you're the perfect recipient. The crazy chicken lady with eggs and fresh milk, and you're the perfect one. So anyway, folks, I appreciate y'all listening. Um, like Ken from Lone Cowboy Adventures says, when you get a chance, talk to a stranger today. Peace out, folks. Find someone to love today.